Have you ever seen a tidal flat so special and so beautiful? Peaceful as it may seem, the tidal flats are amazingly dynamic, embracing a hidden world rich in life. This dynamic part of Earth, created through long geologic history, is called Getbol in Korea. The Korean Getbol, inside lies a complete universe found nowhere else in the world. The Yellow Sea, the most representative epicontinental sea currently found on Earth. Since the last glacial maximum, this part of land, which was once a continental margin, has been submerged by sea level rise and became a shallow sea. The area changed into a vast continental shelf, despite being located along the Pacific Ocean margin, where many volcanoes are still active. Within the Yellow Sea, thousands of islands have developed only along the southeastern part. The Yellow Sea is where most of Korea's major rivers run, bringing with them abundant volumes of terrigenous sediments with nutrients. The sediments have formed deep and winding tidal channels along the numerous rocky islands due to the rapid tidal currents with macrotidal range. The continental monsoon climate also brings seasonal winds to the area, creating various forms of tidal flats around the rocky islands. This is the world's most complicated coastal sedimentation system at present. The outer parts of the islands have been eroded by waves, while the inner parts have been protected from the ocean waves for over 8,500 years, resulting in thick and stable tidal flat deposits. Also, the sediments with complex and diverse characteristics have accumulated and surrounded the islands, creating different types of tidal flats. They demonstrate how tidal flats have formed and developed in the islands during the Holocene. The Korean Getbol displays a wide variety of geological diversity, including sand, mud, and rocky substrates. Also, inside each habitat, unique and complex ecosystems have evolved. In the mud flats, formed in the inner parts of the islands, Japanese mud crabs, fiddler crabs, and polychaetes appear as dominant species, while mud octopuses who feed on these creatures have become keystone species. In the sand flats present along the outer parts of the islands, Stimson's ghost crabs, yellow sea sand snails, polychaetes, and clams are found, while water birds have become the top predators. The mud, sand, and rocky habitats are also interconnected, contributing to the creation of complex and diverse ecosystems. The water birds move between different habitats, demonstrating how the different habitats are connected. The tidal flats also have deeply oxidized sedimentary layers, as tidal flat creatures have dug deep and supplied oxygen to the deeper anaerobic sediments. As a result, different communities of living organisms evolved in depth. The Korean Getbol has the highest level of primary production among all the tidal flats in the temperate climate zone and has the highest species diversity of benthic diatoms, macrobenthos, and marine algae. Another important feature of the Korean Getbol is that it serves as a critical stopover site in the East Asian-Australasian flyway. The Getbol thus protects many endangered waterbird species, including the critically endangered spoon-billed sandpipers. The Korean Getbol also hosts the world's highest ratio of endangered waterbird species in the world. The Korean Getbol has also been an important food source for humans. The fishermen have lived alongside the Getbol as a top predator, catching fish using their indigenous knowledge and traditional fishing methods. The strong seasonal winds in the winter and the summer typhoons have repeatedly restored the tidal flats that had been affected by human fishing activities. The Korean Getbol can be categorized into 4 different types, depending on their geological and geomorphological features. The 4 serial components of the nominated property are representative of the Korean Getbol. Socheon Getbol is an estuarine-type tidal flat around Yubudo Island and has a mudflat as thick as over 6 meters. The sediments are carried down to all 4 serial sites from here, and sand flats are dominant. The Socheon Getbol shows the highest primary production among all other Korean Getbols and is visited by 148,000 water birds of 85 different species, while also being the largest habitat for spoon-billed sandpipers and Eurasian oyster catchers in Korea. Gochang Getbol is an open embayed type tidal flat located in both the inner and outer sides of Komso Bay. It has a mud flat that is more than 20 meters thick. The Gochang Getbol shows the most dynamic and distinctive seasonal changes of its sedimentary faces. Cheniers and other characteristic sedimentary bodies are found, as well as unique ecosystems where the salt marshes, mud, sand, and rocky habitats can be seen. The Gochang Getbol is home to tiger crabs that are indigenous to the area, as well as being home to 255 different species of macrobenthos and about 41,000 water birds of 90 different species, including the endangered oriental stork. Shinan Getbol is an archipelagic tidal flat that surrounds some 800 islands, with a mud flat more than 40 meters thick. This archipelagic tidal flat displays unique geological and geomorphological features. The mud octopuses that are found abundantly in Shinan Getbol give clear illustration of how the ecological evolution progressed in the mudflats. 600 macrobenthos become rich food resources for the 54,000 water birds of 90 different species that exist here. The Bosong Suncheon Getbol is a semi-enclosed type tidal flat with a 4-meter thick mud flat. This is the sink for the sediments supplied from the Geumgang River. The Bosong Suncheon Getbol surrounds some 20 islands, including Jangdo Island, creating a unique type of tidal flat. The Bosong Suncheon Getbol enjoys the largest salt marsh among the nominated properties, serving as an excellent habitat for halophytes and is also visited by 40,000 water birds of 90 different species. If the Korean Getbol were to disappear, our children may only get to see these beautiful birds and other creatures as museum displays. A beautiful and unique world of its own, born of the long history of this planet, the Korean Getbol. The fate of the Korean Getbol is closely connected to the fate of all of us, as well as the future of our planet, Earth. Together with local residents and the global community, we are embarking on a journey to find survival and coexistence. Do join us in this meaningful and important journey.